Deadlock's balance right now is, let's be honest, it's a mess. Half the roster is useless in pro play, while low rank players complain about gun characters that are not playable in Eternus Plus. And somehow 7 is either the best character or the worst character in the game, and there is no in between. So I decided to stop complaining and actually do something about it. I made my own balance patch, rebuilt from the ground up, and then modded it into the game. After that, I threw high and low rank players into matches and let them choose. Is this patch actually better than what we have right now, or is it worse? Can I fix Deadlock in 2 hours, or will I completely destroy it? Let's find out. Okay, how do we nerf Bebop? If I wanted to nerf Bebop, I would have nerfed his hook. His hook consistency. HP gain per boon decreased from 54, 50. That's on max boons. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, let's do 48, 49. Calico. I'm buffing and nerfing Calico, chat. Calm down. Bullet damage per boon increased. Yeah, we'll do 55. Gloom Bomb. Then she does actually do some damage. Gloom Bomb. Multiple enemies hit. Damage to 55%. I think Dorman is fine. He's just really fucking annoying. Placing the first door will always start the CD. Oh, it will always start the duration. Duration increased to 22 seconds. That is actually a big fix for Dorman. It's hard-coded in the game. You can't change it. Well, that's fucked up. If this does not work, do this instead. Luggage. Card. Cast range reduced by 7.5 meters. Alright, we gotta buff this guy. So we can't change how Bloodsend works, that's the issue. We can change the isolation range, right? Reduced from 25 meters to 15 meters. Is that too much? That's all he needs, right? Because then he will actually, a lot of the time, do that damage. Haze. HP per boon increased from plus 33 to plus 35. And then I'll buff fixation. We'll nerf sleep dagger, actually, and buff fixation. Decrease to 2.5 seconds. I know it scales with spirit, by the way. We'll actually nerf the sleep dagger to 1.8. Call me crazy, I don't care. Fuck this character should not be a spirit character. It's 0.2 per stack. We'll buff the max. Plus 0.15. Is that too much? If I made Haze OP unlucky. We need a new meta anyways. Let's make it interesting. Plus 17. I changed my mind. There you go. Okay, plus 16. The final offer, chat. Final offer. We need to continue. We're nerfing Napalm. We're buffing Afterburn. Damage reduced from 20% to 17%. We do set him to 17. I like Infernus as like a lifesteal live kind of character. Napalm, lifesteal. Lifesteal increased from 10% to 15%. From plus 1 second to plus 1.5. Alright boys, Lash, I got you. I got you Lash players. Charge time on Death Slam from 0.3 to 0.15. Is that crazy? Halving the... Is that crazy? It needs to be fast. It's too easy to counter. Death Slam radius increased from 20 meters to 23 meters. Base bullet damage increase. I'm not buffing ground strike. I'm buffing the gun. Base bullet damage increased from 8.1 to 8.5. Bullet damage scaling increased. I think this is like being able to fly while hitting your shots is super skillful. I think this would encourage good gameplay. Mina Sanguine retreat from 30 seconds to 40. CD reduction increased from 12 seconds to 15 seconds. Rig base healing per kill decreased. We're nerfing a lane. She's not gonna level this in lane, and it still heals an insane amount from 30 HP to 15 HP. I don't mind that she does more healing later. I don't mind. It's in lane. It's in lane. The lane damage needs to be lower. Increased from +4 damage plus 55 damage to plus 3 damage. There you go. Okay, how do we nerf this fucking stupid ass character? I like her abilities. I think the abilities are cool. I think her damage is fucking bullshit. I think she should not be a tank. From 700 to 650. I think that's actually her main issue. I don't mind that she can weave in and out of fight, but then she needs to be squishy. HP per boon decreased from 47 to 42. If she's squishy, she can end up dying more. You can't do really stupid swaps. Time wall, tier 3, silence, duration, reduced to 2 seconds. Fuck this fucking character, bro. I'll fix pocket and make him viable still. I don't mind that it's an anti-heal ult. It's too much damage. Decreased from 18 to 16. I think the ult is just oppressive and stupid on this character. 7 HP regen increased from 1 to 3. Okay, we'll do 2.5 and make the ult a bit better on base. It's silly that the ult does no damage on base. Power surge scaling increased from 0.14 to 0.16. Viscous splatter scaling increased from 1.8 to 2.2. Let's go for something crazy, I don't know. If this turns out to be stupid, it's your fault, Lim. Ball spirit resist. That's a lot. That's a big nerf, by the way. That's more than 100% basically. Radius increased. Let's make it a bit more consistent from 1.4 to 1.6. Damage increased from plus 80 to plus 140. We're buffing Warden, guys. We're getting rid of Spirit Warden, by the way. I'm making the ult scaling even worse, but I'll up the ult DPS a tiny bit so he can fight early and make him fun again. Last stand scaling reduced from, what was it? Honestly, yes. It should be tanky, yes. Hero lifesteal 65, non-hero lifesteal 15. Increased from 65% to 75%. Last stand. It needs to be a survivable ult. It's a gun character, 85. Call me crazy. Card trick base damage increased from 55 to 70. Spirit scaling reduced from 1.2 to 1.0. From 0.16 to 0.18. Chat, we're going too easy. We need to change the meta more. It needs to be interesting. We're gonna change items. Yeah, split shot needs a cooldown increase. Split shot CD increased 14 seconds to 20 seconds. Rapid rounds fire rate increased from 10% to 12%. Fire rate increased from 5%. It's 5, right? That's like way too low. Here's the issue. There are characters that want velocity to be more consistent, but both upgrades are not applicable to them. This is just a right-click item right now. I guess we work on Express Shot. Maybe we can make Express Shot like an actual, like, okay, wait. Express Shot from 75% to 25%. Fire rate increased from 5% to 8%. Primary fire. Which character runs this on primary fire? Paradox, right? Technically. Primary fire weapon damage decreased 185. Here, I'll make it 40, okay? There you go. Like, but fuck this. This item needs to be out of the meta, let's be honest. I want to make armor piercing rounds. We give it the fire rate of the base. It's weird that it doesn't give you the fire rate, to be honest. I'll just give it 15% fire rate. 15? Is that crazy? 50. It's not crazy. It's fine. Is this balanced even if we remove the damage completely? If you remove its buff removal, then it's dog shit. That's the thing that makes it strong. Capacitor. Remove damage and slow. I want slowing bullets to be a bit better, even though it's already a good item on certain characters. I'm buffing slowing bullets. Earth Striker. Fire rate increased from 20% to 22%. Burst fire is fine. It's not a good item. It's not bought by a lot of characters. It's not that good. Fire rate increased 35% to 40%. The base shred's a bit better, because the only good shred item is like crippling. Even Spirit Rend is not really being bought anymore. Because it's on gun characters, and the spirit meta is nuke, so we'll buff this to 10-10. Fuck this alchemical fire bullshit, it's so fucking low skill. Damage per second 40. I think Berserk should be a tanky item against gun. Weapon damage per stack reduced from 7% to 6%. From 8% to 20%. It's an item designed for tanky characters, so now you can use this more on tanky character. I think this is fine. Weighted shots is fine. Actually, I'll give this a slight buff. Bullet velocity penalty decreased from 30% to 15%. Tier 3s are actually tier 4s are too bad overall. Frenzy increased to 40% fire rate, 40% spirit resist. Glass cannon is actually the only item that needs a nerf. It's burst. It's not even used for damage over time. Fuck this item. Max health penalty increased from 10% to 15%. Lucky shot bonus damage on bullet increased to 135%. Outgoing spirit damage reduction to 35%. Enchanter's emblem spirit resist increased from 15% to 18%. How is this biased towards gun? You see this? 18 and 3 for gun. Right now it's biased towards spirit, in case you can't tell, because it does less against spirit. Dumbass, don't speak. I'm buffing lifesteals, guys. Bullet lifesteal increased from 16% to 20%. Like, nobody buys anti-heal other than Spirit Burn right now. Why? Because, like, that's enough to kill them. It's not even... People don't even buy Spirit Burn for the anti-heal. They buy it to kill the enemy. Effectiveness increased from 20% to 30%. Is that too much? 25? 25. 25. I think this should be a situational buy that shouldn't give you any value otherwise. Reactive barrier. I would buff Fury Trance but make the duration shorter. Is that crazy? Yo, we're making Fury Trance skillful, guys. I have a genius idea. This might make it too good, to be honest, but I think this item, it would be skillful in the same way Blood Tribute is skillful. Spirit Lifesteal increased from 30% to 35%. 30% to 35%. It should even out with the buff to anti-heal items. Fine. Spirit Snatch needs nerfs. Spirit Power Steel reduced from 15 to 10. Tank Buster is a stupid item. Damage increased from 40 to 50. Decreased from 5% to 4%. Curse is fine, Echo Shot is fine. Escalating Exposure actually needs a buff. 5%. Spirit Amper stack. There we go. Spirit Burn. Explosion damage. We're gonna hard nerf this item, it's stupid. Reduced from 110 to 90. Damage per second reduced from 24 to 20. Okay. Actually, wait. This item is actually good. It's fine. There you go. I'm done. Hi. What's up?
And
Dorman seems unable to be
on pause lock.
I hate it. They had a patch for like 2 weeks where you couldn't pause in the first 5 minutes, and that was the best time I ever had in Deadlock. Really? I think the game is like bug-free enough to where you shouldn't be allowed to pause in the first few, at least. Or there should be a countdown, you know? Because like if you're right in the fight and there's a pause, it's really frustrating. But getting into the game, yeah, a lot new heroes compared to last one. 7, I made a lot stronger in lane. Really excited about that one. Like, he has more regen. He's back to 2.5 base regen. Because the main issue 7 is right now that he's just like getting bullied in lane, right? So, I kind of want to bring him back a bit into the meta. might turn out to be too strong. Overall, like his ult is a tiny bit better in DPS and his power surge is a tiny bit better. Otherwise, yeah, he's just gonna be a bit better in lane.
And what about Viper? What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so Viper, the issue with her is that right now in the current meta she's insanely strong in lane. Once you have your Bola up, right, you can basically cast Bola, cast your 2, and you can kill people from max HP, but then she falls off really hard after, right? So what I did is I reduced both the 2 and the 4 damage on Viper, but made her gun scaling a lot stronger again. So, yeah, I don't think Viper is ever going to be a full spirit character. I don't think that's how she's supposed to work. Because if you think about it, right, a big part of her kit is that she slides. And you can't cast abilities while you keep on sliding, right? Like, if you know anything about slide animations, if you cast any ability, you will get out of it. Which is kind of anti-synergistic if you think about it on Viper. So, yeah, I thought, let's go get her gun damage back a tiny bit. And I don't think it's going to be that much of an issue. Because, again, the devs reworked her to where she doesn't get insane resistances while perma sliding anymore. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how well she does in terms of gun damage.
So, as I'm sure you're aware, because you were in the chat, the Eternus has had a bunch of comments about how the first game went. What do you think about them, like, overall? We're not going to show the comments in the video, but well, do you think that, oh, it's like a normal first reaction? Do you think it's more of a, people are thinking about the game? Do you think that there's like valid criticism?
I think the frustration came from the fact that they had a gun more in Krill, right? Which I get. The Eternus players, they want to win. They're actually really competitive right now too. I don't know if you saw at the start of the game, they were like, don't swap lanes, right? I think they're really trying to win. We have some gamers in here that want to win the game. Even though it's just, you know, a patch for fun. It's obviously not official. And I do think the one issue we had last game was it was very hard to evaluate balance because it was such a one-sided storm. And I do think Eternus players are very fast at adapting. We already saw some adaptations, right? We saw an instant wave ban, for example. So it's gonna be interesting to see if they fall for the same stuff again. If Viscous and Lash will overperform this match, or if it was really just a one-off, like, oh, this character is strong now, I have to respect him in lane, right?
Yeah, and then the Lash and the Viscous, thankfully, are in 2 different teams now, so they might be able to balance each other out.
Yeah, I think realistically, by the way, I don't really think either were too strong. They just had both really good starts. Lash, I'm kind of we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think a lot of it was like the lanes ending quite early in the last match, and maybe it being a bit one-sided in terms of laning stage.
Yeah. So, as we're in the early game, in the late game, we'll focus a lot more on the gameplay, I think. There was just so much ground to cover in terms of design in the first game that we were just not paying attention to the actual team fights. But right now, I wanted to ask you a couple of design questions while we still have a little bit of time. I think an important one is that how many builds should a character have?
So I think that's a really cool question, because I think some characters, a cool thing they have about them is that they just are able to build multiple things. I think characters that can build hybrid or gun or spirit are really cool. I don't think that's achievable for every character in the game, right? But I think that's what the devs should strive towards, or like strive towards. Just having multiple playstyles for characters. There will always be on meta and off meta, but the more viable playstyles for a character, the deeper the game gets, the more complicated it gets, and the better it gets, in my opinion. So that's actually one thing I kind of tried to do with this patch, where again, I gave Lash more bullet damage, right? Not necessarily increasing the ground slam. Where if you ask the average player how they would buff Lash, they would probably have said, you know, make ground slam better again, right? That's like because Lash has always historically been like a spirit nuker. But I thought the one and done playstyle is kind of boring, where you press the one button and they die or they don't, which is like a lot of the meta right now. So I tried to give him a bit more damage over time in the fight, right? I think it would be a really cool idea if Lash just flew around and did some gun damage and was dangerous after he used his ground slam. Because right now Lash uses everything, and then if he doesn't have anything left, he doesn't do any damage, right? Then it's like a one and done kind of thing.
Oh, big ult coming in. Blam. Is there going to be enough to wrap it up? Ult is forced. A nice, massive haste save. I don't know if you saw that one, but
I missed it. I missed it. I was staring at the 7. Oh, he's dead. Goodbye, haste.
But my understanding is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Metro, that whenever gun Lash was a thing, to the extent that it ever was a thing, it was mainly focused on stuff like Headhunter, right? Where your raw amount of bullet damage didn't matter as much as, you know, your ability to get headshots. Right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Headhunter's items, actually?
I think overall, right now, burst items are very strong, right? We see Mystic Burst being bought a lot on high rank, and in general, burst meta is very strong. I don't mind items that make you do more early, or give you flat damage early, but there needs to be like a balance between those items and items that just, you know, let you do damage over time. So I'm not the biggest fan of Headhunter. Some people consider it really strong right now. Also, by the way, someone is saying in my chat that the 7 regen in lane is not working. Which I'm not sure about. I don't think that they're correct. I think it's...
I mean, it says 2.5 and I don't see any...
Yeah.
Because all those are off combat stuff, right?
Exactly.
Both, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's working.
6.5 now. Yeah, I think it's fine.
It says
like,
1 for me. Where?
Yeah, just to apologize. Oh, very nice uppercut there by the B-bomb. That actually saved his life. Very well done. Still gonna die. Brett's a good player. But yeah, just as a thing, we got a massive bounce patch, and Occurs, one of our modders, and casters, and frankly a lot of stuff, basically coded the patch in a matter of hours. There could be an oversight like that. If there is, we apologize. We try to like look for all the main stuff and see if there were really implemented or not. I don't think we've caught anything that was.
I mean, this entire thing, to give you an idea for anyone watching, was done in like 5 hours, right? It took 2 hours to make the patch, and then you got it done within 3 hours, which is like crazy. There's no major bugs we've observed yet, so of course something could like slip through, but like it looks pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's good. I do want to see how different players of the community. This is like an interesting thing if the video does well, which is why you guys should like and subscribe, eh? But if the video does well, one of the things I do want to do is see how different players of the community would balance the game differently. Like, what does the Metro balance patch look like versus a Deathy balance patch versus I don't know, Hoot balance patch, that sort of thing. But yeah, let's focus a little bit more on the game. Certainly a fair bit more balance. Sapphire does have still a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah, but I do think that's partially that's because I think their lanes are worse still. Like, it's actually surprising to me. I buffed 7 by 1.5 regen, right? And everything else about him got stronger as well, but they seem to be struggling, which is... I don't think Viper is, like, I nerfed Viper's lane as well, right? So that's the one lane they should actually win, and I guess he's a bit ahead in money, but, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think late game, 7 is a monster, in this patch, like he always is, right? But it should be easier for him to get there, so... Yeah, I do think we have a game on our hands compared to the last one.
I mean, like, again, it's a question of limits, right? Like, for example, as an experienced man, I've played a lot of games with McGinnis, everybody knows that. So I know her limits in lane, quote unquote. Unless I'm playing with, like, Eternus or Initiates on the other side of the lane, I know very well what she can and cannot do in lane. What enemies, whatever. Now, let's say there was a massive McGinnis patch, right? Oh, what's going on here? Massive McGinnis patch tomorrow. I'm still gonna play her laning for the first 5-10 games, very similar to how her laning is working right now, because I don't really know how much stronger she's gotten in lane, right? Like, if her turrets start doing 5 damage a tick in laning, like, is that enough of a buff for me to, like, go gung-ho? So maybe the 7 is playing just like how he would play in a 7 lane where he had, like, the old restrictions.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's some readjustments that need to be done for sure. I agree with you, but like base regen, you know, it's like it helps you no matter how you play, right? Like you're just gonna have more HP. So, I have Goober in my chat. I have a very interesting take. I have a question for Goober. Goober, I think you're like the guy to go to for Viscous. So Viscous, we buffed his platter, right? But we made the express shot a lot weaker. It's now only 40% on right click, and he's still buying it. The Viscous player right now. What do you think? What do you think, Goober? About the Viscous changes in specific?
Well, Goober's answering. Yeah, I do want to note, especially one of the first items of the Viscous bot, and we're gonna have to see if that's gonna work out for him. He is dying right now. But big fight happening on lane number 1. We can see a 3v3 here. Viper is there trying to look for something. And also this Bebop Mirage, they're very, very low, the Sapphire lane. And the game is pretty balanced, 50 to 51k.
Yeah, this is looking good. I want to look at the Warden here, because I think this is Warden's, like, prime, like this is his power spike. He's stronger with gun, right? He does a bit more, he has a bit more binding word power and, what is it called? Willpower. Early on, and the ult is scary early, right? It gets weaker late, but here we go. Let's see if the new lifesteal is kind of OP. And that's what I want with Warden. Yeah, I mean, the great counter ult, but... I feel like with old Warden ult, he just, like, instantly dies. He's probably still dead.
But look, everyone is very low. I mean, Mirage is 1.
Yeah, he is in the Walker. This is gonna be ending. Yeah, I do think he's gonna end up dead here.
Oh no, but that's...
Is he gonna get another as a trade? Oh my god, they're all so low.
He's just missing. No. That was actually a great moment, I'm not gonna lie.
7 dead. And I just want to mention, Dawnbreeze is doing a lot worse on the Lash so far, right? Last game it looked like Lash was completely broken. He's a 2 and 3. I'm not saying he's doing bad, right? But like, yeah. A lot of this is gameplay and not necessarily balance. Insanely fast ult. See, this is what I like. It makes the ult useful. He still dies, but... Yeah. No, I think the thing with...
But he's got Moxie, you know?
Yeah. No, the thing with Lash is, right now... If good players buy counter spell, the ult just does nothing. And I wanted the ult to be scary. Either you have insanely fast reaction time or you get caught, right? It needs to do something. So that was the other thing I changed, where the lock on the slam is just faster.
What did Goober say about the express shot? Or no comment yet?
Oh, I think Goober said overall it's fine. He would like more spirit scaling on the ball. Which the ball, you know, it does a lot more damage now. Compared to before. Which I guess I didn't change the scaling, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we see the urn. We didn't. We're gonna have to see how urn interacts with all this mechanics. I mean, these guys are good players. They're gonna gather for a team fight, but you already see almost all of Amber is gathered around that urn, except that Mirage, who is 1v1ing.
Yeah. I do think Warden is insanely strong right now. Like, that's the one thing. Like, he is very strong in early team fights. And he can tank for his team too. And he's looking very scary, I gotta be honest. Like, Warden is looking kinda imbalanced. Let's see this ult. Yeah, the light... Maybe we overbuff Warden.
Okay, so the first game we decided Warden was okay, now we're like...
Oh, well, it's funny because the guy playing Warden, Earls, is a friend of mine, and he told me before this that Warden got nerfed with these changes, which I found crazy, you know, like he's definitely better than before. But yeah, the ult does less damage again, right? It does less damage, but it gives way more life still. It's 90 instead of 65. Might have gone a bit too hard. Maybe like an 80 would have been fine.
But still, the game is pretty balanced on both sides, both on teams and also like 73k to 78k. It's not like an insurmountable difference. It's an earn.
Yeah, I also do think, again, 7 is probably the best late game character in this patch. At least that's how I should have, like 7 does great damage late game. It's just that he has so much trouble getting there now with decent money, so... I think late
the game has always been more
hands.
focused on the early game.
Yeah.
Okay, is this cube? Oh, very nice dodge skills there by the Viscous. He does manage to survive there. But yeah, this Warden is going to be the center of attention. He's a very gun-heavy Warden. Active reload. I don't know, does Warden go active reload?
So I've started doing that myself. Yeah, I think active reload is a slapped-on item. It's kind of coming into the meta right now. It's very strong in lane. You know, gives you sustain, fire rate. I do think it's very good. And again, not as much value in spirit items for Warden anymore, right? Because, like, again, the ult scaling is even worse than before. So it is a gun character. So I kind of understand why he's going no spirit items right now.
But on the other hand, even with a slower flask, right? You pretty much had flask on command. I don't know. It's actually really interesting because we don't know what effects are psychosomatic, as in like these players are just thinking something's gonna happen to them because of the current patch.
Oh,
or
sure.
they're like the actual best player.
But I will tell you,
that's what we want.
I will tell you, Earls actually put time into this and like he worked an hour on a patch before this game, on a build, sorry, for Warden. So he actually did his, yeah, he did preparation for this patch.
Oh god, crap.
Here we go.
The bane of Gloomsnake event. Okay, big ultra coming in. He does get stunned.
Again, it doesn't do a lot of damage. It shouldn't do a lot of damage. It just should heal a lot. And he lives longer than expected. He gets it. I think he's dead for it though. Maybe? Ah, Haze coming in to help. Never mind.
Yeah.
Look at that. Willpower actually giving more than 100 HP. Beautiful. It still won't matter. He's dead.
That's the beauty of the game. It's like patch notes, patch notes, right? It doesn't matter if you're just like.
Now this is boosting my ego. I cook. Look at this. Nothing seems mega OP. Better than Yoshi. What do you think, Gluten?
I don't know. I mean, again,
Yoshi's not gonna watch a video, Gluten. You can trash talk him.
Yoshi's not gonna watch my video. No, I mean, here's what I think. I'll give you an actual example. I've talked about this with a bunch of players. So, do you remember like a year ago when there was like this patch where it's like, we're gonna try this just for a weekend, we're gonna put the urn at the mid boss, right? Like right above the mid boss, right? Do you remember what the general community reaction was that weekend?
Oh, people hated it immediately, you know? I was like, horrible.
Yeah, but imagine this. You don't know what's good or not. We know that that's a bad idea, right? But it might have actually been a very, very good idea. But the fact is that the community hated it so much vehemently. Like, what is Yoshi doing? This is insane, right? It just, I feel the Deadlock community doesn't like change that much, which makes it very difficult to do patches sometimes. So I really sympathize with Yoshi and the dev team in the sense that, oh, they want to touch stuff, but they only want to be sure. And sometimes, of course, they make mistakes. Some stuff that they've done in the past I hate, but they're also in the cover of, oh, it's an alpha game. We want to try new shit. We want to try cool shit.
Yeah. So I agree with that.
I really sympathize with
I do too. Yes, it is. I agree. But what I will say is I think they're going too safe, especially for an alpha, right? There's this argument of, oh, the game is still an alpha. I think now is the best time to test a bit more, right? Especially that last patch that just didn't.
But they do. It's in the test server. It's not in the public server.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Do a major change. We have the same reaction by the community, where the community goes, oh, "We hate this. Why are you even considering doing something like that?" Right? I don't know. That's my general feeling every time a major thing has happened. But I could be very wrong.
Yeah. I'm mostly talking about the. Okay, sure. Yeah. I'm mostly talking about the patch that came out, like the last one, that really felt like it didn't change much.
No, that's fair. That's fair. With the 1%, was that the 1% Infernal Resilience patch? No, I think that was 2 patches ago, right?
Yeah. I will say one thing here. Going back to the game, I think the Great Talon is actually mis-itemizing a bit. Because I did buff the gun spirit scaling, so the idea was more so running a hybrid, and right now he's running full gun, right? Which I did make the gun a bit better also, so there's nothing wrong with having a lot of gun items, but I wish he would have a few spirit items to get the passive investment bonus into his gun damage that scales with spirit. So that's the one thing I kind of disagree with right now in terms of builds. Otherwise, it looks very normal, right? Like, yeah, very normal builds. Other than the Whisk is still running the same shit. I'm laughing because, you know, Express Shot, I reduced it by more than half and he's still running the same shit.
I mean, I do hope Yoshi watches this video. He's gonna get some ideas. I mean, to be fair, I think this whole thing is a very interesting experiment. I am very happy to have done this. I have no regrets whatsoever. I think we're seeing some cool stuff. We're seeing some clear misplays, and we're seeing some new heroes. That's the most important thing, right? Like, seeing some heroes that we seldom see.
Yeah, that should be the thing with the patch, right? Like, make some other heroes like viable. Like, it's time, Yoshi. Put it out.
It's time, Yoshi.
Just take this one right now. You can copy it 1-to-1 for free, Yoshi.
For free.
For free.
I do love the billboards so much, not gonna lie.
Yeah? I don't even see them anymore. I use them myself. I ignore my own face. Okay, so they're trying to go for a forward urn put in. Again, Warden is scary in these fights, but so is Lash. Only one ult. Oh, the Warden ult is gonna hit hurt here.
The Warden is gonna be able to do a lot of work here.
He can just tank, you know. Oh, the lifesteal is crazy on this. I ran out. I mean, they have mid. Nerf mid boss Yoshi.
That I kind of agree with. I'm not sure exactly how. But this is the problem, right? Like, I have a lot of intuitions about what's wrong in the game, but then actually solving them in a good fashion that's not just balanced but fun, right? Like, there's a classic adage, I'm sure you've heard this, Pedro. Like, rock, paper, scissors is balanced, but it's not fun, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know what to say. But we do see Sapphire is still advancing right now, and they're probably going to be able to win the whole game here.
There's one more fight. I still believe in the 7. Come on, I buffed this character. It must be good. It must be good. I made the ult do like 15% more damage and the power surge. And I buffed Soul Shredder bullets. Well, whatever they're called. Yes, Spirit Shredder. Spirit Shredder. Soul Shredder was the old one. Come on, 7. Alright, Warden has no ult. Killable. Too bad they have rejuves. Kill him again. Kill him again. Liv is gonna carry this. Liv is my goat.
This is your goat?
Nice.
Okay, we do have the first pick. They might be actually able to repel this attack. The Mirages, however, completely destroyed by that Viper.
I mean, they're holding. They're behind 30k.
It is a very tough position. Behind 30k, and there's one rejuve. And okay, Doorman does get an ult here. I don't know how much he achieves with that. Is there going to be a counter push now that we have one player out of the game? Yes, no, maybe so.
They're alive. 7 is holding it down. How do we come back from this?
They have a lot of farm.
I'm an Amber Hand enjoyer now. I'm rooting for
You're
the
an Amber
comeback.
Hand enjoyer? I mean,
yeah.
I want the game to last as long as possible. Right? I'm not sure. I mean, the 7 is right now the strongest character in Amber, so I think you've done something, right?
Yeah.
But it's just what characters have had an outside impact? The Haze and the Warden.
Yeah, but Haze is 11-4.
What do you think Haze is the?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the fixation buff was so good. She does a lot more damage with fixation. Maybe it's just too high.
Yes, she does. Yeah, and in longer fights. I'm surprised she has not done Ricochet, but instead has gone for Capacitor. Because my intuition would be, oh, in these longer fights, just having fixation on everyone seems to be really, really good, given that fixation does way more damage at the higher end now, right?
I'm also really surprised Viper is doing well. I thought overall that would have been a nerf. Because again, I nerfed her lane quite hard, right? Like, it's the scaling into the late game. Like, she should be a good late game character, but she does a lot less damage with both the Bola and the Lethal Venom. So I'm surprised she's doing well. I'm hoping that well, if they get another chance to fight, just buy some metal skins. They have one capacitor, but like we need some metal skins here.
So what do we have? We have 3 gun characters, 3 spirit characters. Well, I guess Mirage is also fairly spirit heavy, but we do have a lot of gun on the Sapphire team. Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Disarming Hex.
Wait, I gotta call out Kuba very quick. This is really important because it says revert the improved spirit nerf because 800 only give you 5 spirit. Actually incorrect, by the way, because the passive investment if you get it early is a lot higher. And the funny thing is, everyone is still buying it. Like, it's still being bought so much in this game even. I'm not saying they're itemizing correctly, but yeah. Last game we had like 8 improved spirits still. I do think it's too good of an item right now. It's bought by basically everyone in the game, in the current meta. Like, we're not talking about this Metro patch, we're talking about the current patch.
I'm counting 5. I might have been wrong, so. So 5 out of 12, which is very impressive. Improved Spirit is, you know, very, very picked. Why do you think Improved Spirit is so good?
I think at 18, right? If you buy it as first spirit item, you get the 18 spirit, and then you get the investment. In fact, you get another 11, right? Assuming you're buying it as first spirit item. So it's like 30 spirit for 1,600, which is like insane scaling in the early game. Plus it gives you the regen you want in lane, right? The out of combat regen. Are we killing the Warden here?
Yeah, I presume so.
Surely we kill the Warden here. We
Surely
need to kill the
we kill the Warden.
Okay,
Disarming
good.
Hex is all over.
Good.
Viper is around there, though.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
They are collapsing here. They are collapsing. Yeah, it is a 5v5. The Ember team is very behind. But the Billy is going to be able to do something.
Oh,
here, right?
don't die here. Get out. Get out. We chill. Nah, Billy missed the chain.
Okay.
If they get out here, that's a good
Billy
trade.
missed the chain.
But yeah, I mean, this whole difference is massive right now.
The big problem is the urn, right? Like, how are you going to be able to contest the urn? We do have that last ult. How many counter spells do we have, Mimi? Or, actually, no, don't have Mimi check. Metro, can you please check how many counter spells we have on the blue team?
I think... And for the record, I did not nerf that item, even though I think it's crazy, right? It's so good, but I think it's so fun
really
that
good.
it should be... We have 0 on the entire game right now. No counter spell.
Just interesting. Are they just not confident? How much is the lash? 656? That's not a horrible stat line, especially for a losing team. Yeah. I mean, a little bit of bruising of the mid boss happened there, but it seems like they're just gonna go for it.
Maybe I made haste too strong. Maybe I made haste too strong.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we revert the haste buffs, guys.
Alright, big lash ult. What's gonna happen with it? Massive 7 up in the air, but I think people are
buffed it. I buffed it. It must be good. I buffed it.
Be good.
It must be good. It's good. It does. It did something. It did what it was supposed to do. Oh my god. Yes. Okay. Fun fact. Like I think without that buff, it would have done nothing. Like right now in the current game, right? You press 4 and 7, it just does nothing.
I mean, that's actually insane.
Oh yeah.
Really
also,
I mean, you
part of it that I didn't talk about, lifesteal. I buffed a bit. In fact, by quite a bit. That was only spirit lifesteal, 24% lifesteal. We didn't talk about this at all. I made all forms of lifesteal a bit stronger, but I also made all forms of anti-heal a bit stronger because I really like that interaction. Like, I want people to learn to buy anti-heal when the enemy has a lot of lifesteal, right? And I think that is a super underutilized right now.
You also made healing booster and healing tempo a little bit stronger, right? Or am I wrong?
Healing booster I buffed, healing tempo I kept the same because I think healing tempo is good, but like on most characters other than Victor, healing tempo was healing booster was just bought as you know, because you have to buy it if you want healing tempo, not because you wanted to use it, I guess. Yeah.
I see Warden.
It makes sense. I mean, some items are just very strong on their own. Tesla bullets, for example, is still a very, very good item, even if you don't want to rush capacitor. I don't know why you wouldn't want to rush capacitor, but even if you don't want to
you're
rush
100% correct, by the way. I rushed that in 2 hours. I should have split it between extra spirit and improved.
Healing booster still was a huge problem. Okay.
Why is my 7 throwing the game? My 7 did the exact same. He walked into the blue walker alone. Live, my goat. This is exactly what I always say. Like, oh, they got, you know, they were hyped. They came back. They're coming back, right? Like, it's looking like they're coming back, right? And then she runs into the blue walker alone. That is like suicide, but it's okay. Winnable. We still have 2 rejuves. Mirage is hiding with 1 HP. Found him. Oof.
Two deaths on rejuve. It's actually really tough.
Okay, but it's fine.
Probably
it's
gonna
fine.
be back.
The gold is almost even. Remember, they were like 35k behind. They were like 35k behind.
Yeah, no. Amber certainly has recovered. The fact that this game is still in contention is actually amazing. They got a flex slot, which is heavily needed at 29 minutes. They probably need a little bit more. They couldn't bruise those base guardians enough, it seems. But yeah.
So for the next fight, I want to look at 2 people in specific, just because I'm very curious. I want to see how well the Lash is going to do in initiation, because Lash is obviously doing better overall, right, than in the game patch.
Pressure now too.
Yes, and I have not really seen the Talon do anything. So like he's getting to a net worth where he should start dealing a lot of damage, and at least he bought his first spirit item. So I want to look at both Great Talon and Lash here.
Yeah, just a lot of farming. But yeah, the map control that Sapphire has still means they get both bridge buffs, and they might be able to do something with the urn, especially given the fact that there's only 1 rejuve left. It's a minute and a half, I think, of rejuve. I don't know that that's going to be enough. Yeah, urn is immediately picked up. Do you think Amber should contest here?
I mean, yeah, I think so. We still have a rejuve for a minute, right? Now the lanes, like they need to rotate right now. I think that's the correct play. We have Lash ult, we have 7 ult. This should be technically the team fight. I think of Amber is stronger. We have the only really big team fight ult that Sapphire has is Warden ult. Billy also great in teamfights, don't get me wrong, but it's not like the massive teamfight ult, right? Compared to like Lash Slam, I want to say. And
I do want to say Haze with Ricochet is kind of scary right now. She's at 42k. She should be able to like easily one-on-one every character in that.
That
team.
is true.
Ricochet probably 6v6.
Yeah,
right?
I mean she is. Yeah. Do we finally have metal skins? We have metal skins.
Yeah.
Nobody's buying defensive items. Nobody's buying defensive items. Why are we not buying metal skins? It's okay. Yo, Mirage does have inhib Ricochet now? Okay, they're giving up the urn even though they have a rejuve. I think that's incorrect, but, you know. I mean, they are scared to just lose the game.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to see. I mean, the Sapphire has picked up a little bit of that lead again. Of course, they do have that urn. We do see the doorman looking for some sort of advantage here, but yeah, he's not gonna find much. Gonna put those doors, try to make something happen.
Death brings consequences once more.
Brings
The
consequences
Doorman
once more.
nerf hitting hard.
Doorman nerf hitting hard.
I do think it's winnable for Amber. I do think
Oh,
7.
I think so.
Yeah. We really
Like,
need to
basically
shut down the
death
haze.
timers are-
Yeah, we need to shut down the haze here.
The death timers are so high that you should be able to.
Oh, they're looking for pick.
Everything, and there it is. Doorman has managed to surround
It's
the Viper.
happening. I'm
Everyone is
looking-
gonna gather in position.
Lash is not in the fight. This is a really bad fight. They want to fight in the open.
No, that's Live Dead.
7
That's
dice.
their very big team fight ult. They're gonna have to like counterattack right now. Lash grabs one, and he is cubed. That's actually really, really bad. The Lash, the Warden ult is incredible damage, but
Second ult?
second Lash ult coming.
He missed it! I buffed him by
whiffed,
so
he
much! You
whiffed.
can't miss that!
Yeah, that's. I mean, everyone's kind of bruised. The B-Lab is still active. The Talon might be able to pull something up, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is gonna be the end
I
of the
mean,
game.
7 getting caught without casting ult, instantly dying. That was... I don't know what happened to 7, I didn't see it, but she died so early. GG's though. I mean, that was pretty close for a while.
Hello, hello.
Hi, gamers. Might have buffed Haze a bit. Maybe Haze.
Fixation is ridiculous.
Yeah, okay.
You
Alright.
do realize I was questioning it when I was implementing it. You do realize you buffed tier 3 by 33%.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
bit of a mental buff.
It has higher fixation damage than you'd see on a cheater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did
Yeah. But what do you think otherwise? What do you think otherwise?
Was too strong.
Warden is
Yeah.
broken as well. Wraith is
Yeah, I
broken.
think gun was
Really,
just
really
disgusting. They had 5 gun characters and could just run down anything.
Did you like our play?
Okay.
I have a genuine question. Why did nobody buy metal skin on Amber? But they had 1, you know? Like, I get it. Like,
Yeah, but if we had metal skin, they would have had more than 1.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Do you think the game feels better? Not more balanced, of course. It's like things, but just think about the ideas. The values can be adjusted for it. Do you think it feels better post Metro
It's not
patch? I
looking
would
good,
really
actually.
appreciate if everyone voted. And
Nah,
I
it's
have,
not a
not
good
looking
patch.
good.
No, it's not a good patch.
It's not looking good.
If we
Okay, look.
actually remove all layers, ideas are good. Some of the ideas.
Oh yeah,
Top
like
lives
like
are,
for example, I
if you,
realized
like,
in the
if I
second
fire
game that Warden lifesteal was so good. Like Warden lifesteal was too strong.
And the cage
sure.
is way too OP.
The cage, really? You think the
20
cage?
yes, I
The
couldn't get
1
out
extra
in
meter?
lane.
I was surprised 7 didn't do better. I
I
think
wouldn't
7 I
mind
buffed
this
quite a
cage.
lot.
Paradox Viper I was against. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, in lane he felt way better. Like, in
Dude,
lane,
seven
it felt
seven
playable.
was just deleting us in lane. Like it was like
Yeah.
crazy. He was doing
But
way
I
too
just,
much
I
damage.
just don't, I still don't do damage because the scaling on the power surge just doesn't exist still.
Okay. I love providing educational content and it really means a lot to me that it resonates with so many people. And with the Deadlock Academy, we are going to provide the best content on the internet for coaching in Deadlock, period. I offer classes every week to help you climb in no time, and we also have many more courses by hand-picked pro players and pro coaches. And there is really no better people I could think of to help you teach the game to make you a better player. We also do weekly coach scrims where you jump in to improve while just playing the game. Right now there's a 30-day free trial. Just try it out, see how it goes, and I think the results will speak for themselves. Yo, YouTube, if you just started watching, we took an hour to set this lobby up because the average player has troubles creating a custom lobby, but it's okay. Billy didn't reload, he's on 0 bullets. I don't think he realizes he's gonna reload in a sec. Oh wait, he has, okay. Alright, and we have a DC. Okay, so this is a low Ascendant game. There are players from all ranks. In fact, there's one initiate in the lobby. I don't know who it is. We're not gonna make fun of them. But we use the bot to balance the lobby. So it should be a close match. And the idea here is, we'll see how the game plays for the average player. Or, you know, slightly above average player. Also known as Mihan. By the way, I hard nerfed Mina. I hard nerfed this character and she just got a kill within 1 minute. So Mina's Rake got reduced healing, Mina's Love Bites got reduced damage, and the teleport got a massive cooldown increase to 50 seconds on base, and Mina just killed someone on level 1. Unlucky. From the Eternus games, there were 2 things that I would have already changed, but we didn't have time to change. So I definitely made Haze and Warden a bit too strong. So these 2 characters are banned right now. But it looks like 7 is still a dogshit character that instantly dies in lane, even though I giga buffed him. Someone is saying that the regen is still ticking by 1?
Yeah, 7's...
It seems like
Yeah, it is. 7's regen. Does that mean... Does he not have the mod installed? Or is the buff for 7 not working?
I can go on 7 in the practice range and check, because I definitely have the mod.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, can you do that?
Yeah, he's got 2.5 base.
Yeah,
Does he not have the mod installed? Is he nerfing himself? Okay, so the guy playing 7 right now is playing nerfed 7. Don't tell him, chat. Shh.
Well, if he's playing nerf 7, he's doing pretty well, honestly.
I just want to mention, I hard nerfed Mina in lane and she is killing everyone. Is this guy high ranked?
It looked like it was, because Bats went on like a 50-second cooldown.
7, like, let's see, 7 damage? Did 11. I think 7 just doesn't have the mod installed. Okay. I can't say I do it because I don't have the mod Metro is using. Oh.
Yeah, you generally have to turn off all your skin mods to host something.
Oh.
Like
I told him to just commit. It's gonna work.
It'll be fine.
Maybe that's gonna
fix
be...
everything
I
in the
mean,
next
it's
game.
funny, right? Because they're saying they can't see Drifter, and Drifter is still doing the worst on his team, basically.
Actually, wait,
even when people
they
can't
literally
see him, he does
see him and
nothing.
he's 200 health? What the fuck? And it's still losing.
I just want to mention, people in my chat were saying, Metro, you made Mina unplayable. I nerfed her Rake healing by a ton. Wait, I'll give you the actual numbers, just to make this clear, chat, okay? For the fucking people that are saying, I am biased and I nerfed Mina droid. I'll give you the actual numbers on this character that is currently running the lobby 1v6, right? Now, to be fair, they are the highest rank in the game, right? By a tiny bit, but it's balanced lobbies. I increased the cooldown of the teleport from 30 to 50 seconds. I also made the cooldown reduction on tier 3 12 to 15, so it's 3 seconds extra. So overall, the cooldown is like 17 seconds higher on TP. The Rake base kill got reduced from 30 to 15. I nerfed it by 50%. The base healing on Rake and Love by tier 2 damage, I reduced from 4 damage 55 to 3 damage 45. And she's still fucking Thanos. I do think we need more than 2 games, you know? Yesterday's games were interesting to watch, but the first game was completely one-sided. I think 7 should be
the
better.
The second game wasn't, and 7 like lives pretty good at 7 as well. And 7 was just bad.
Yeah, okay, maybe. But you know what I was surprised about in that second game yesterday? Talon, right? I buffed harder than like Viper in terms of gun damage and shit. And he did nothing with full gun. He had farm and he did absolutely nothing in that game. Which is like a surprising thing. Because like, obviously Haze was too strong and Warden was too strong. But like, the Talon really did nothing. What else do we look out? Yamato, I really did not nerf much. Well, I mean, I made the base slash not reduce fire rate. So it's a 20% fire rate nerf. Which sounds like a lot until you realize on level 2 it's 30% anyways. Or on level 1 when you level it up. Yamato is underperforming. I feel sad for the Drifter, bro. People can't see him and he's still dying. Yeah, my point here really is that like smaller number changes, they affect high rank a lot. But I think people really overestimate how much it changes low rank games. Because in low rank, there's so many mistakes by everyone that it like really doesn't matter much. Like, I'm not saying it was a massive nerf, but like Ivy, funnily enough, is not performing super well in any rank that is not Eternus right now, for whatever reason.
That's also true.
Like, people love playing Wraith
Most
in lower
ranks
rank.
Can't farm.
Yeah, but Wraith is doing well in low rank. I always get shit when I
but
call Wraith bad.
All Wraith does to farm is shoot at something. Ivy actually, you throw something, you shoot at something, you use some more abilities, you fly around.
So you're saying it's
There's a
hard
bit
to
more
use
to
the
it.
Katsu bomb to farm creep camps?
No, I'm saying low rank players are gonna find this more difficult than just aiming and shooting.
Okay. Fair. I want to see the Lash. Okay, Lash is going hybrid build. I love this. He's going Headhunter. I did buff Lash's base gun damage and his scaling on gun. The idea really was that like he should be able to like do some damage in between ground slams and then death slam. Let's see this. Here we go. New lock on. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Is that broken? Maybe. But like it's a scary ult, you know?
What
that
the
was
fuck? Although,
that was massive, bro.
What did you change? Just the
I need to see
timing?
more of the,
Yeah, so
timing
the,
is way quicker now.
Yeah, it's so to give you an idea, the patch notes are actually incorrect. What changed is the lock-on time is now 0.5 seconds instead of 0.7. So it's 200 milliseconds faster, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is, you know, it is quite a big buff to his lock-on. Here we go. We have another ult here. Let's see it. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is how it should be, man. Ah, this is how it should be, bro. I want them to buy counterspell and try to actually... Do they have counterspell? I don't think they do. I mean, a lot of these players are Ascendant, but nobody has a counterspell. Oh, we have one counterspell on Paradox. Did the Paradox just get hit?
Okay.
He didn't, right? He wasn't in there. I still feel bad for the 7 because he's still the worst character in the game, and he's not. He does. Chat. The 7 does not have the buff, the mod installed, so he's playing all 7. They are on my PC, so yes, it's Europe servers. Why are we not meleeing? Yeah, I was gonna say. Wait, the Drifter is alive still? How is he still alive? He's probably dead here, okay. Good, mid-boss take by Team Amber. They were behind for most of the game, and now they definitely have the tempo advantage. Let's see how big the Lash gun damage does here. Can we shoot him? Can we shoot the Paradox with the gun? Okay, he's missing a lot of shots. Maybe the Lash players are not used to shooting the gun. I mean, it kinda hits. Close range on Lash, yes, I agree. This is a very interesting item choice. This player is Ascendant, by the way. I do think the point of Lash is that you are not close range at all times, but he is playing at close range at least, you know, so can't really blame him for that one. Yo, why you BMing, bro? Oh, by the way, Gluten, since you're here, it seems like the 7 is not working. Do you think it's just because if he doesn't have the mod installed, does it just not work for him? Because the numbers seem to be all correct across the board, other than the 7 not getting what I actually buffed him with. That was the classic, by the way, that I talked about in my zipline video, short sellout, where a team gets the rejuve and then they rush down blue, try to kill blue walker and lose all the rejuves in the fight. And the game looks to be over. Amber lost. Oofa. I mean, that was a good game though. 30 minutes, I don't think that was too bad. Didn't look super one-sided. I'm gonna move everyone back in here and ask them how they felt. Alright, before we start next match, I would just love to hear your thoughts on what like felt. I know there were a few bugs, I know we had some disconnects. Also, I'm not sure, 7, whoever played 7, it might be that you didn't install the mod properly because at least the base regen in lane was not working. The higher base regen. But like other than that, I would like to hear your thoughts in general on what felt strong, what felt stronger, what felt weaker, and how do you feel about playing this compared to like the stuff we have now?
Well,
The mod is installed correctly for me.
Mina felt
That's one
pretty bad damage wise, but I guess that's the point.
Even in lane, she was tough to deal with. She was very aggressive though.
Yeah, that was me. I think lane wise it went good because that was a rank difference.
Okay.
But, like damage wise, I just felt like especially later. Mina is
Let me see the stats
not
actually.
doing anything.
But I think your damage was not changed, was it? I
Yeah,
think it
so
was a healing
the thing
only.
is, the funny thing is, I actually didn't change Mina a lot in the later game other than making her teleport cooldown higher, right? The only things I really nerfed were early damage, right? Early Rake only heals half compared to before, and the early tier 2 upgrade for Love Bites is 1 damage less per bullet and 10 damage less per proc. The scaling I kept the exact same.
Love bite and teleport felt rough. I felt like.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Otherwise, did you feel like any characters were OP?
The lifesteal was really refreshing.
On like in general? Like
in general.
Yeah, did you like the lifesteal doing a bit more?
Did you
yeah,
buy
like
anti-heal?
the 6k items are not as necessary as before.
So I wanted to make them a bit better, but I also obviously increased the anti-heal a bit on toxic bullets, on decay. Otherwise, how did you feel about Lash? And did you feel like anything felt like Giga OP?
Maybe his ult can have a bit more lock-on duration, like just a tiny bit. Otherwise, it felt good.
Yeah, I think it's very fast, right? On Lash.
Yeah, it's very fast, yeah.
But the other team also only had like 1 counter spell. I would have really loved to see more counter spells and see if you can still react to it, because I think it's still enough time to react. It's just way harder. Like, the funny thing is, I actually nerfed Ivy overall, like her HP, but like, I don't know, the Ivy player was really good, obviously, whoever played Ivy, but she kind of carried the game, no? For like, for team...
Yeah, I think the Yamato did not come in lane, so the Ivy got a bit fed for a minute there.
I also do think the Yamato player was a bit lower rank. I think everyone actually did fine in these, right? Like, it's kind of mixed. Like, we had a few Arcanists and a lot of Ascendants, so obviously skill difference between different players is pretty... I
mean, to be fair, I don't play 7, so that was also an advantage for Ivy.
7's holding you back, man. 7's trash, even in this.
I want to see the Wraith in lane. Yesterday, the Eternus players told me that Wraith feels OP. We upped the card damage by 5 million. It's actually 81 instead of, well, it's 80 instead of 55 in lane.
You also just buff the fuck out of a gun damage.
Yeah, but like, you gotta keep in mind, and you can call me biased here, but after 60 spirit, the cards do less. And they will do less and less the longer the game goes, right? And like right now in the current meta, Wraith's card damage is a big part of their damage, right, in the late game. So...
Sure, but you replaced her card damage with gun damage instead, which is way worse as well.
Yeah, it just, like, the numbers, we have to see if they're, like, actually higher on the gun. I feel like the card damage that is lost should even out the like, the idea was, okay? And again, I'm not saying the numbers will be absolutely correct, but the idea was that overall her damage should be a bit later, lower in the late game. Like, over time it should be a bit lower than it was. But again, might not turn out that way, we'll see. Otherwise, what other heroes do we have? Infernus, right? You also think the new Infernus is broken with the new burn? At least that's that was the consensus of the Eternus players yesterday. Burn duration is longer on tier 2. So the consensus yesterday of the Eternus players was that Infernus is way stronger. But the amp on max level is only 30 instead of 40. So I might agree that like overall he is stronger, but like I do think the amp on the 1 does a lot. And honestly, this Infernus is getting bullied.
But like 10% for, what was it, 5 seconds longer of burn? That seems like a good trade-off.
I mean, so
like
far...
when shot reworked and her gun was mental, it was dumb as shit. Because she had early game, which was free, to just have an even stronger late game.
Yeah. I mean, right now, Amber is dominating, but I don't know how much of that is the characters, to be honest. Because, like, they're winning the Dynamo Calico lane really hard against the Geist Abrams. That is kind of weird. And they're also winning the... Oh, no, sorry. Krill did sell his items. But he used combo kind of early. Yeah, I mean, it shows the higher... It shows that the soul net worth is still gonna be shown as what he has, I think.
Oh,
even if he sells. So it's minus, like, 3k. So I think in terms of, like, overall values, it's still kind of even. I do think it's an issue that they're losing middle to... 7 is doing really well right now in middle with the Dynamo, which is surprising.
Each. It's very surprising.
And it looks like the regen is still the same, by the way. It's 1. I think it's just buggy.
It might just be a visual bug, or like, it's just kind of weird to change.
I do think the power surge damage is working as intended, the buff to power surge. I just think the regen is not working as intended. The 2.5 instead of 1.
Yeah, because he's definitely only gaining 1 regen.
Oh yes, trophy collect don't shift. I did nerf this character quite a bit. The dash is a lot weaker. I really wanted to make the dash only do half the damage if he's full rage. So only like 50% extra instead of double. But that's not, that was not possible to code into the game. So we just decided to make his dash weaker. Lanes are evening out. This guy's playing Green Wraith. Oh no, what have I done? I decreased the barrier to 250. Instead of, what was it before? 325. So 75 less per.
Okay, that's
Plus,
not, okay,
the cooldown is higher.
not terrible.
The cooldown is higher by 10 seconds. It's 45 seconds now. Basically the same as reactive barrier.
Okay.
Yeah. Halved? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 75 less is a lot, no? Per plus the cooldown. I don't know.
For reactive barrier.
Oh yeah, for reactive? Yes. Yeah, you might be right. I'm talking to Ryzen, by the way. Ryzen Dark Knight. He's an Eternus Wraith player, DPS player. He also made the bot that... Yeah, he made the bot that balances the matches in this server and the Dead Trap server. I'm not saying, like, maybe the Wraith is, like, weaker than the other players in this lane, but she's not doing super well right now in lane. In fact, they lost the lane.
That could easily also be because she's got no damage built with weapon shielding and spirit shielding.
Sure, but I mean, the cards are 18 instead of 55, right? That's like a free...
I mean, sure, but like 30 damage isn't gonna cover the not having anything else built that does anything really. Like no fire rate, no,
I get what you're saying, but it's a big buff.
Actual damage, no spirit damage, like literally
It's a
nothing.
big buff, but her build isn't
Like the build is bad.
effectively using your buff.
What? You hating on Green Wraith?
Bro.
This is the meta.
Bro.
This should actually get better with the... I played this in Eternus 6. I rolled like actual good players with this. And I do 55 per card. He does 80, bro. He does 80.
The build is playable, but this player cannot play the build.
Ah, you're saying it's a skill issue. So, what you're saying, Rising, is that the balance actually doesn't matter that much in low rank.
Well, yeah, but I would have said that anyway. Like we shouldn't be balancing for low rank.
Okay, so we're on the same page. Yeah, that's kind of
yeah,
what
yeah.
I like.
I've always agreed with that. We should never balance for low ranks. That's an awful decision.
Ooh, we're gonna put that in the YouTube video. You're gonna get so much hate. Because like low rank players take that as like hate when what Ryzen actually means, chat. And if we put this on YouTube, what Ryzen actually means is number changes don't matter as much in low rank because everyone makes so many mistakes. You can't balance low rank because it doesn't make the full sense because someone will always misplay, right? So number changes actually don't affect the game on low rank as much. It is not my goal with this to have low rank players not have fun. It is my goal to make it fair and fun for everyone, is my point. If they balance for low ranks, the gun of Wraith would be double damage. She doesn't aim correctly. Yeah, but Wraith is performing pretty well in low ranks right now. Even in the current patch. Ooh, no shielding will save you from that one, buddy.
Oh, that's a big bag.
Rough.
I haven't fucked up the movement.
That is a 10k swing. You know, it looked like Ammo was hard winning and now they're 10k behind. This just goes to show not a lot of things that make sense in these ranks. Oh, new 7 old guys, it does 20 more DPS. Massive buff. Man, I make Wraith cards see like double damage early and Wraith still does nothing. This is upsetting.
This is a skill issue. They're not building to like run it down. And you very easily can build to run it down because of the changes you made.
W!
Oh,
let's go!
He's running it
kill!
down.
Gotta kill! Also, our last player from last game is in this game, he's on 7. Not doing quite as well. I am worried for this Paradox. Why is this Paradox just killing everyone? I nerfed this hero by quite a bit, man. Okay, guys, for the people calling these players bots, the average rank is still like Ascendant / Phantom. So it's still higher than the average person in my chat. So we have Ascendant, 4, 3, Oracle, 6, Ascendant 1, one Seeker and Initiate. But I can't even tell. Honestly, there's not like players that like are really standing out as like really being too bad. So it is really mixed. Even if you nerf Paradox quite hard, which I would argue base HP nerf by 50 and HP boon nerf is quite a big nerf overall, right? She's still performing insanely well. Which brings me back to what I actually just wanted to show in these games, or what my theory was, that the number balance in these games really doesn't matter as much as the gameplay of the players, right? So when lower ranks complain about balance, what they're actually complaining about is, I'm misplaying my hero. It's not like anything is ridiculously overpowered in low ranks, in my opinion. Who's the Wraith? I'm not sure. I don't think he's one of the lower rank players. It doesn't look like his... It does not look like this guy is a Seeker or Initiate player, in my opinion. Okay, so Rocket... yeah, okay. Oracle 6 player. Okay, he did... he was confused there on where he... Again, in fairness, I nerfed the damage amp by 10% on max level, but I made the burn 0.5 seconds, or 0. Was it... What was it? 0.5, yeah. 0.5 seconds longer on level 2. So half a second extra. This is good. Look, this 7 ult actually hurts. This guy is going ult 7. PogChamp. The ult is doing something. He's still gonna die maybe, but it's doing something. I like this. 7 is not completely useless in ult anymore. Hey, he got the walker, guys. That is worth.
I think you're focusing too much on the HP and not enough on the fact that she does ridiculous amount of damage, and on top of that, it's free headshots because of her carbine.
I mean, sure, I guess. The other approach could have been to nerf her damage, right? I just thought it was very silly for a character that looks like that and plays like that to also be ridiculously tanky, was my like idea about the character, you know? This character's broken. Nerf Paradox, again. I didn't go hard enough. Let's see how long this burn lasts. I don't think it matters, he keeps it up the entire time anyways. Yeah.
Yes.
Nah, I mean, look at it. It's crazy. I fucking... Yeah, I didn't nerf Paradox enough, man. I went too easy.
Should've nerfed Paradox more.
Yeah, it should have made Paradox 1 HP. Then she would have been balanced, maybe.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably still OP. She did get a walker. Now the issue is the enemy team has rejuve. How do we come back from this? We have Black Hole. Okay, if one team can come back from this, it's not that bad gold net worth wise. It's only a what? Like about 20k lead, 18k lead. We have Black Hole. Come on, man! Hit the Black Hole! Here we go! 1, 2! Here got one. Oh my god, it's so bad. Wraith can carry. Wraith can carry. Wraith is doing nothing. Oh my god, he's panicking. His sense is way too high, actually, by the way. Yo, if you're watching this on YouTube, bro.
Holy shit.
I love all my friends. Yo, lower your sense by like 500. Like, what is this? What are we shooting at? Why are we playing an aim-based character? I'm sorry, I didn't want to flame him. He's Oracle. He's Oracle in an Ascendant lobby. Don't make fun of him, chat. 7, do we have ult? We don't have 7 ult either. I buffed 7! How is this character still shit? So, if we learned anything from this, chat, in low rank, it should have gone harder with the nerfs. And the funny thing is, I think my changes changed more than the last balance patch of Yoshi, by the way. Because that last balance patch did literally nothing. Well, let's hear what the players have to say about this. If they don't tell me it's like really fun, I'm banning them from my Discord. They have to pretend it's more fun than the current patch.
I can start.
I feel like 7 is still trash, even though I haven't played it like super good or anything.
I agree with you. There is one bug. The base regen doesn't seem to be working. But yeah, funnily enough, we buffed his base power surge damage. We buffed the power surge scaling and the ult scaling, and it's not enough to make the character useful. And I agree with you. I don't think it was you. I looked at 7 throughout the match. The character's just dog shit. Which, yeah, I didn't buff him enough. Which just goes to show how much Yoshi nerfed him and made him useless. Okay, next.
I just honestly think that the game feels better to play just with this patch. I'm serious.
Yeah? Alright, you get mod in my channel. Thank you, bro. Also, I'll send you the $5 on PayPal after this. No, on a more serious note, if you liked it, I'm happy if you liked it. The main thing about a patch, in my opinion, should be that the game feels fresh and something new is viable, you know? And I agree, I made this in 2 hours. We already figured out quite a few issues with like stuff being too strong or too weak. But like, you know, that's what Yoshi should do in my opinion, you know? At least change the game enough to where new characters become viable. Ryzen thinks Wraith is way stronger and thinks it was a user issue. I do think she's better. It was hard to tell from that game. It was hard to tell from that game.
Playing anything overpowered though. Like,
yeah, he didn't like that you still went barriers. Which the barriers did get nerfed like quite hard. I nerfed the barriers quite hard.
Behind. I was considering going for like some really rogue build just to catch up, but I just I was like that's 18 souls in 12 minutes or something.
Anything else? Did you feel like anything was completely overpowered or really felt really weak other than 7?
Yeah, Infernus felt really strong.
Okay.
Yeah, Infernus in lane, I think he maxed burn or something, but like...
Yeah, I maxed burn, I maxed burn.
Yeah, like over a third of my health from one proc. And then
I think I made the burn too long, for sure. I
couldn't imagine why Infernus feels so strong.
Okay, listen.
It's really good. It's really good.
No. Don't back it up. It's not really good. This is not a good thing.
How the balance changes affect Paradox, but I just looked at everything, like all the gun items, and like they're basically unchanged, the one I used. So like Paradox is still just really strong, right?
Yeah, we talked about Paradox a lot during the cast. I'm sure you can go back in the water and check it out. So the funny thing is, right, I made her base HP 50 lower to 650, and I nerfed her HP scaling, and she still had insane HP, and obviously the damage didn't change at all, right? So we actually went too light on the Paradox nerfs for sure. Yeah, it's like, the idea was that I wanted Paradox to be able to do that damage, but she shouldn't be that tanky also. So I definitely buffed that nerfed it too little, actually. Yeah.
Metro, I think the GT change, he needs like fire rate. I think that's the withdrawal, the thing that holds him back in using
fire rate
more.
Yeah,
fire rate.
Yeah, maybe instead of like I just felt like his arrows really didn't do anything in lane, right? Like I'm talking about the auto attack, not the arrows. That was the idea behind it, to make the auto attack do hurt like a little at least. And
even if his gun does like 20% more fire rate, I don't think it's overpowered or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for joining. I think that's gonna be it for tonight. Again, I'm hoping for patch tonight. If patch happens, we'll do patch breakdown and stuff. But yeah, thanks for joining. And again, if the reception is good, I will do that stuff more in the future. I think that was pretty fun.